We are here in a nice 88-degree Disney World morning on the Disney World Skyliners, taking off. We are coming at you live from our last video to try to give you an idea of how this will be during the morning.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
There's a lot of construction
So yeah,
that I just didn't notice last time.
once again, because we're doing the day, you can see a lot more.
Did you learn how to say hello in a different language today?
This is all rice.
I think so. I don't really know. Wow.
So yeah, one misconception, I thought there was going to be screen on these on the sides. There is not. You can see clearly out either side.
Well, I think it was because ours had a picture on it.
Magical lounges and
This
champagne
one
restaurants and live entertainment on the boardwalk every
That
evening.
can
Yeah.
make a difference.
So there are ones without pictures on them. If you get them, you can have a lot clearer of a view of any of your surroundings. So that's nice, like swan and dolphin, or just swan. Yeah, swan and dolphin are right over there. You can see those. You see all the cars in the parking lot, and that's always the most amazing sight in Disney World. But you can also see some of the cranes over there. There's doing more construction over there. You see the ball right behind Ashley. You want me to take it? There you go.
The ball.
So yeah, we are taking this during the afternoon. It's about almost 12 o'clock here.
Hollywood Tartar.
It's basically about 12 o'clock here, so we're trying to get it during, well, it's not really peak heat, but close enough.
There's still a nice breeze.
Right now, there's a nice breeze. It is still a little warm in here,
Yeah.
but it is just generally warm out, so I would say not as enjoyable as our nighttime stroll.
We are now
Ride.
approaching the Skyliner turn station. While
No,
this
my friend, the
station was
Skyliner turn
for
station.
turning, other Skyliner stations were designed to complement their unique environments.
We are
From the
not
glamour of
flying, we are
Disney's
falling
Hollywood
with style.
Studios to the laid-back islands of
That's what it
Disney's
feels like right
Caribbean
now.
Beach Resort.
Get ready for the slowdown.
We're not flying, we're falling with style. Yeah, this is probably
Every time.
We're doing a nice swing.
Oh look, there's one that has Coco on it. Coco. And then there's Buzz Lightyear and
There's a rainbow
Woody
lake.
and Jesse. Oh, and then Remy. We're gonna just be able to catch
Oh,
Remy.
Remy. And then there's your random lake.
Chewie. No,
Can't do it.
no.
I tried.
You try.
Can you do it?
failed. No.
Magical
Oh, you can
Flight
kind of see
Honor.
the America
We are
Pavilion,
now
the top of
traveling along
it,
Winter
right over
Drive.
there.
As you can see, a lot better sightseeing in the morning. At night, I feel like all you can see is lights. Can't really see a lot of details, which kind of makes sense because all it's going to be on the lights of the resorts and the surrounding parks. But I would say it's a 50-50. So it's nice that you can see all these beautiful sights, but it's also a lot warmer. So if we were here with probably another 4 to 3 people, have a little bit more body heat, it would probably be a little
Toasty.
warm. Like, I don't feel the breeze as nicely as we did the last time we went on. I don't know if it's just how these are positioned this time or not, but it's not as comfortable, I would say. I mean, the seating's comfortable because you're sitting down the whole time, but temperature-wise, I am feeling a little warm. How are you feeling?
Warm.
Sweaty?
Yeah.
Sweating.
Thinking about grabbing my Gatorade.
So yeah, I would say a little tough during the morning. For now, my review would be if you're somebody that can't really take the heat, stay out of the Skyliner. Because
Just a few
the bus
moments.
and the monorail might be your best
Arriving
bet.
at Disney's Riviera
There's the fire
Resort,
station.
A Disney Vacation Club.
Fire station.
As one
Disney
of
has
the
a fire
most picturesque
station.
vacation destinations in the world,
It's right there.
the European
So we are pulling up to the Riviera drop-off area. I believe we get to stay on, so you can stay on, like you can tell from our last video, you can stay on and go to Caribbean Beach after this.
to Disney's Riviera Resort.
As you can tell, view is very nice during the morning. You can see pretty much everything. You can look out. You can see all the nice resorts, buildings, lakes.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically
You can see my
open.
reflection in the
When
background as
exiting the
well.
cabin, please
And you can
supervise
see
your
Ashley's
guests,
face when we're going in for a
collect your
landing.
belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for
Any
flying.
commentary from Ashley?
Ah!
As you can see, that is really how it comes in. So we were just stopped. I will tell you, if my face does not say so, we were sweating. It is pretty rough in here when you come to a complete and utter stop because you have no wind coming into here at all, and it just gets warmer and warmer as you sit.
And like they even have fans.
And it doesn't do much of that.
If I can get away from Alex's reflection. No, it didn't make a difference. They do have fans.
So Ashley, one thing to note, if you look in the, which is really hard to see with the reflection as we go off, they did add pads to some of these, or pretty much all these Skyliners. May have been there, but my understanding after I saw the picture the last time,
they didn't have them.
They didn't have them because all of them were pretty much bunched on them when they had that picture from the news article.
Yeah.
So I think those might have been an addition from that whole accident that they had, spanning back about a month or so. So that's probably to stop that from happening. So we are over Caribbean Beach, moving over there. Now, as you can see, it's a really beautiful network of these gondolas. I wish I could say that the temperature in here is just as beautiful. Right now we have a little better breeze going through.
I did notice though at the Skyliner station we were just at the Riviera one, they do have fans trying to point into the Skyliner.
To circulate it, yeah.
To circulate the air while you're down there, but
it just doesn't do enough.
Do much.
Yeah, it doesn't do enough. So once again, Riviera will be opening in December of 2019.
I believe so.
We are now sailing over Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, where every day feels like a jump-a-doo celebration.
Yeah. So once again, that's where we came from, over near Swan and Dolphin, near Epcot. We are going over Caribbean Beach right now, so you have all the beautiful multicolored hotels. Me and Ashley have stayed here before. But we will have to give you another review on that, because I'd like to see it again in a different room.
We will be landing
Because they do have the pirate rooms, they have the regular rooms as well.
So we're coming in for a landing.
So yeah, we are landing at the Caribbean Beach, which is your stop that you have to get off before you pick your new destination.
Until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise
We're off to go hop onto the middle
You know that is
one,
Hollywood
which is it?
Hollywood Studios.
Yep, so we're gonna be going to Hollywood Studios. Try it out, see what it's like. So here we go.
So we are on the Skyliner
Pop Century Art of
to Pop
Animation.
Century and Art of Animation. Unfortunately, we cannot get any video on the one coming in going from Hollywood Studios because we were packed with some people.
They had 6 adults
In one of these.
in one of these.
And apparently Ashley had read a sign. The maximum is 10.
But I think that's like
Including
assuming
children.
most are children.
Alright, so you have 9 children, 1 mother. Makes sense. Aside from that, it is tough. I mean,
It was sweaty.
I felt like the toughest part is they didn't really need to cram 6 of us in one of these because it wasn't that backed up, but I think as soon as they see a line, they start to just fit what they can in the Skyliners they have instead of kind of spreading it out. It's probably what they're trained to do, so a little bit of a different review. It's a good angle for us that we've had a couple experiences now because that first time was beautiful. It was just both of us.
Yeah.
Nice breezy day. Now, what I will say, going to Hollywood Studios and coming back, it was a nicer breeze, so I think depending on which one of these
Which way
tracks
the
you're on
wind's going.
and which way the wind's going will dictate how much cooler the cabin is for you. Now, one thing I will say, there aren't very many views going to Hollywood Studios. We just saw trees. I mean, it's probably an expansion opportunity for Disney because you look at all these trees that they have. It's not really much sightseeing when you go down the one to go to Hollywood Studios. Even this one,
Not very sightseeing.
not much sightseeing unless you go
Trees,
outside.
water.
Like we said before, I'm guessing it's just luck of the draw, but yeah, I mean, I think this is, we have
Here
one that
comes
has,
the Art of Animation.
ooh.
It's a Little Mermaid.
So yeah, one fun fact, we have never stayed in Art of Animation, something we are planning to do at some point.
The Little Mermaid.
I think Ashley's favorite would be The Little Mermaid, so we'll have to try that. We'll get your review on that as well. I've seen the room styles, I've seen the setup. It does look really cool. I mean, it's not the, what is it, deluxe luxury hotels that you can get here in Disney, but at the same rate, I feel like there is a big amount of value that you can bring when you have life-size
It's all.
ambiance and figures.
Also,
inside.
Pop Century and Art of Animation is one stop, right in the middle.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that right, well, I knew before they were right in the original, like you could walk across a bridge. and
Well, originally, what they were planning on doing is Pop Century is up to the 90s from the 60s, 50s.
60s or 50s. I think it's.
They
at
were
least
originally planning on the other side being like
60s. Yeah.
to the 10s, not 1910.
Really?
Yep, they were planning on having it go even further back in time.
I'm happy they scrap
Instead,
that.
they ended up going with Art of Animation.
I don't think that would have been a good
You never
idea.
know.
But, I mean, I think it's better the way it is. I mean, you get Timon and Pumbaa, you have the Little Mermaid rooms, you have the Lion King rooms, and you also have the Cars rooms.
And Finding Nemo.
And Finding Nemo. All in the same area, so that's really cool.
We're coming in for a landing.
Coming in hot.
Whoa!
Whoa, jeez.
So
Hold on to your seat.
Fun ride.
There's
Whee! You can see animation of Squirt against the wall.
all outlines of Squirt on the wall. He's swimming.
It's so cute. Oh, and
Well,
you can
half,
see
yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa coming up.
Welcome
guys wanna see
aboard
it?
the Disney
Oh, you couldn't see that from your
Skyliner
side?
at Disney's
No, I didn't even
Century
notice.
Resort
And then there's
at
Ariel.
Disney's
Yeah, I saw
Skyliner
Ariel.
Resort.
But they had them all
We are
over
on
there.
our way to Disney's Caribbean
But yeah,
Beach
we've never
Resort
been here.
with connecting
Stayed
flights to Disney.
We've
Pop
both stayed at Pop Century without each
A
other.
long
before.
time ago, though.
over
Five or so
Hourglass Lake.
years ago.
Please sit back, relax.
See, that's why it's
and
called
enjoy
Hourglass
the
Lake,
most
though, because it
magical
was
flight on Earth.
Should take an hour here.
time. No.
Oh. Oh, because
Yeah, Pop Century, and then
Got
we're
it.
gonna have this one be the other half.
I mean, it's not Seven Seas Lagoon still.
No.
So far, I would say this one's nice. I mean, it's great when you get here because you can see all the Pop Century Resort and the Art of Animation side.
Look at it.
I think one of the benefits this has is just the surroundings that you can see. So you can see Art of
Like
Animation.
I think the most scenic one by far is definitely the Epcot one.
Going into the main terminal.
Oh yeah. There's
Or past
Ariel.
Riviera.
Yeah. No, I feel like that one's definitely the most
You
scenic.
got more claims. Those are your
I would
credentials.
say that this one's probably right behind it, but that's just solely because it goes by Art of Animation.
And Pop Century. Like we said, the one to Hollywood Studios, not as
You could just
scenic.
trees
There's literally just
and
trees in your
water.
left and right. Because they had to basically plow down all the trees that were in the line of the Skyliner,
In just a
pour
few
some cement,
moments,
and that was
we
it
will
for
be
them.
arriving at
Yeah.
Disney's
But
Caribbean Beach
one rumor
Resort.
I have heard is they're
All
trying.
passengers must
They have a
disembark
long-term plan to
or
expand this,
transfer
so
at the
my
station.
understanding would be that they
We hope
move
you
this to
enjoy
other
your
resorts
journey,
as well.
and thank
I
you
don't
for
think they would
flying
move it
the
between
Disney Skyliner.
theme parks, probably, because I think it's tough with the amount of transportation they already have at Epcot and Magic Kingdom that's just exclusively those two. We'll have to see, but then again, yeah, it goes to Epcot still, so maybe
Yeah.
there is still an opportunity for it to go to either Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, but
Yeah.
I think it's just,
I mean, even if it just went to Animal Kingdom, I feel like that would make the world of a difference.
yeah, I
Because
agree.
like
'cause that's
Animal
one
Kingdom's the
different-
only one that's like not on a monorail or a
Specialized.
Skyliner.
Yeah, because if you think of Hollywood Studios, you can go by boat. You can,
But the other thing is, can they not do it because of the animals?
well,
they
could-
can't do
they could shut down
fireworks.
early.
Remain seated until the
Could shut
doors
down early.
automatically
But
supervise
that
check.
would be a good
Collect
idea.
your belongings
We're in the main hub now.
and watch
Yep.
your step.
Coming in for a
Thank
landing.
you for flying with us.
Alright, so we just finished up our evening, afternoon on the Skyliners. As we said, we wanted to come back during the morning, evening, when it was a little warmer out. My initial review has changed a little bit. I feel like depending on where the wind is blowing, you're not getting too much of a breeze, especially when it's really hot. Like today was around 83 to 88 degrees, so it was very warm. It's very tough to just sit in those, especially, we had a couple stops as well. So that was one of the tougher parts, is when the Skyliner stops in the middle and you're stuck there with 3 or 4 other people. Like we also said, if it is starting to line up, they will start putting you together. I think the max we had was 6 people on one Skyliner,
Yeah.
which is not the end of the world, but it's also not the best in the world either to have to sit in a Skyliner with 6 people.
And I did see a sign at Hollywood Studios that said they could put up to 10 people.
Which, like we said earlier, we think that includes children as well, so they might be accounting for children. Mostly, I would assume in that, because by our numbers, you could probably only fit about 7, 8 people max. but
Yeah.
That's just us guessing. Overall, I would say it's a great opportunity to take it. I mean, there's other transportation options open as well that are a little better, kind of with the weather
Air conditioned.
and air conditioned. I mean, the bus, I make fun of the bus, but at least that's air conditioned. It's not too crowded. It's not a bad way to ride. The boats, so the ones that go to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, also not awful. Usually get the nice breeze because you're going across the water, so those are an option as well. Aside from that, I would say they're worth it if you're staying at Pop Century Art of Animation. Definitely a welcome addition to those transportation options. because you can't take it right to the main hub. I do like the main hub idea. I like the idea that they still have the ability to expand them. I just think the toughest part is going to be during the warmer months, especially when you get into August and obviously September as well, where it still carries over. You're going to have a lot of that heat, and if they stop or they have a lot of stops and there's not as much wind or the wind's not going in the same direction, you're going to feel it. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's great. The one to Epcot has amazing views while you're riding it back and forth to Epcot. But the other one so far, Hollywood Studios, not too great of a view. There's only just trees. And the one from Pop and Art of Animation, you just see the resort. So, I mean, that's nice in itself, but there's not really much more to offer right now for that as well. So, I would rank it in the middle. It's not as good as the monorail when the monorail's not completely packed. So, I would keep that in mind. It's not, I feel like the boat can be a better option because of how nicely the wind can come. But I would put it in between the bus and boat. So I would put it third place out of my top 4 transportation options. So keep that in mind. As we said, we're going to keep these videos coming. We have a couple more coming to you this week as well. We're going to keep a whole week of content this week, and we're going to try to see what we're doing next week. I believe we're going to be doing the Halloween party, so keep in mind, we want to see your guesses. What do you think me and Ashley are going to be for Halloween for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party? We will either be in attendance on the Friday or the Sunday. So leave what you think we're going to be. We've already picked out our costumes, so unfortunately it's a little late for suggestions. But if you have an idea what you think we're going to be, leave it in the comments below. We'll let you know if you're right. We'll see you next week.